In the name of the king!
Look! It's the hero who saved King Casimir!
When the co-owner comes back, when my friend Colt comes back on.
Okay, I'll be right back, because I want to show you this.
It might earn you rank of, Thunder Warden.
Why do I hear a jet airline in the background?
Fuck if I know. So I opened up 4 crown crates, and I got 2 helmets, and a bunch of boosts and shit, and potions.
No, there it is again. Why do I hear a jet airline? Why do you have a plane in your house, Topaz? What the fuck?
Oh, shit, that's the vacuum cleaner, okay. I didn't realize I didn't realize y'all could hear that. Oh shit, that's just happening to be in the background. Hi Ash, what are you doing? You're just sitting on my desk, aren't you?
Wait, speaking of ladies, where's Darth?
I don't know where she is,
Have you confessed to her yet?
What?
She's been waiting all day, like, I talked to her, like, I PM'd her, and she was like, well, I'm just waiting for him to admit it. Alright, I guess.
Screenshots where it didn't happen.
Should I screenshot it? I don't know, that's kinda like betraying. I don't think I should do that.
You just fucking told me.
No, yeah, but like, we said more things, it's just, I don't want to like screenshot and then show you something else of what I was asking.
Sure. I'm sure.
Okay, I'm back, Vegas.
Well, when are you going to admit it to her? Do you even actually have a crush on her or no?
Who?
I don't know, dude. That's not for you to know.
So that means yes.
You can tell me.
So when are you going to fucking? When are you going to tell her?
Like, I'm not confirming it. I'm not denying it. It's just like, you know.
Oh, okay. So that means that you don't know yet. It means like you want to get to know her better. More than this.
Anyways, you get the rated. Nice rating.
Yes. So like, and I was also thinking of like a theme song for the guild.
Well, actually, was it? You know what? Just donating 10K was probably, let alone it's probably enough to get to Thunder Warden. I'd have to take it up with though. But yeah, I can.
That's fine. No, it's fine. Don't worry about that.
Crazy ass shit.
No, the thing is, I'm definitely gonna vouch for you.
Steel and stone.
And I was thinking of like a fucking theme song for the guild, like do Thunder Horse or Death Cloud.
Oh, when you become Thunder Warden, you can withdraw from the guild bank, not the gold, but like items and shit if you ever need it. You just can't be greedy. You just can't be
Just took everything from the bank.
So you know Death Cloud, right? Fucking Thunder Horse, that should be the fucking theme song for the guild, just saying.
Thunder Horse?
Yes, by Death Bar.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
You never heard that band? Did you ever watch the show Metalocalypse?
Oh, no, okay, I can't I can't hear what you're saying, it's just like... Mike, kind of.
Is this better?
No, there was nothing wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with your mic.
No, it's just some people's mics are like very, oh, what the hell, my character?
Oh,
Oh, this is so
you're
slow.
talking about your jet airline?
No. Okay, so some people's mics, they just like don't sound as clear,
Yeah.
but that's just because of the
Hey.
game. It's just the game.
Hey, my mic sounds good. Fuck you.
It's not even.
Hey, you know what? I bought fucking Sony Platinums. You know what that means? I'm a
okay,
gross
so
fucking egotistical bastard, okay? That's what that
Okay,
means.
so the thing is, the game area chat makes the mics kind of sound shitty and all that.
No, it does
so,
not. That's bullshit. Like, it
No, it
actually
does.
sounds really good. It sounds way better than every other game.
okay, so
it does.
okay, so I noticed the difference when I go into the area chat. It sounds like kind of like I use degrades the quality of mics quite a bit. But as soon as I go into a PlayStation Party chat, everything's all fine. Everything's all
Bro,
good.
you
Yeah,
also
okay,
gotta
okay.
remember,
You're
PlayStation Party Chat
comparing
will sound the same no matter what game you play. Thanks, that's the party chat.
Yeah.
Like, if you compare this game's voice chat to, like, Grand
Like
Theft
Call of
Auto,
Duty. Call of
Call
Duty.
of Duty, any other game, it's like fucking listening to a toaster fucking pop.
Yeah. It's like you're talking to them over the phone and
Like, this game's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I actually like the voice
Not
chat.
proficient.
This is one of the only games that, like, you can hear people from a distance if you get closer or further than them.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't like
Plus, their
on a
proximity chat actually fucking works
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah, I like
Exactly.
proximity chat games. It's kind of fun. Actually, I don't even know, dude. To be completely honest, Racco, I don't even know if Darth has been on lately.
Ever since that incident, huh? I think she's too
No.
scared.
I don't know. No, yesterday she was at a concert, I believe.
Oh no, she was with another dude. Fuck, Topaz, we lost! You took
What?
too long!
Dude, I couldn't give two shits if I'm in a relationship right now or not.
You said that sounds depressing as
okay,
fuck.
we love you.
What do you mean that's depressing, dude? It's great. You don't have to spend money on anyone.
That's so true!
One, you can
Okay.
do whatever the hell, and for two, you can do whatever the hell you want without anybody.
Okay, alright, fine. You got a point there. But still. Okay,
Oh,
there
awesome.
is no still, never mind, fuck that.
Well, I thought you left, Awesome Gamer.
Darth isn't
We're
a
not that lucky.
Hmm?
I said we're
Hey,
not that
you're
lucky.
alive.
I hear familiar footfalls. Come closer, Vestige. Welcome to the Harborage, Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for. Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, My other senses seemed to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it. Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past. Of a sort. I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past, that you might understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment. Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events. Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis. My part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life. The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death. It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study. The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world. The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them. I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions. The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the Dragon God, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City. Baron Aquilarius, the son of a Colobian duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Varen was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition. You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the Five Companions yourself and witnessed their fate. The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahan, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamako, the traitor, the King of Worms, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner. These were the 5 companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings. Menimarco convinced Veren that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Veren as one of the Dragonborn. By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Veren conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender. Each of the 5 companions were chosen for their skill and courage, and each was given a special role to perform in the party. Who would you like to know more about? You've already met Lyris. She's a Nord warrior from the frozen lands of Skyrim to the north, and it is said that her family lineage contains the blood of giants. Veren chose her for her strength and her loyalty to be his personal bodyguard. Sai Sahan came from a long line of Redguard Swordmaster nobles. He was the leader of the Dragon Guard, the security detail of Veren and the Elder Council. While Lyris was Veren's bodyguard, Sai was charged with protecting the entire group. The Therns are one of the most influential families in Cyrodiil. Abner, their patriarch, is the leader of the Elder Council, a powerful battle mage and a shrewd politician. With his council, Veren was able to seize the Imperial throne years before. Menimarco the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Veren to perform the ritual you are about to witness. Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Menimarco, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Menimarco, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Veren Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Menimarco, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Bal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
The ritual tore the veil between Nairn and Oblivion, allowing Menimarco to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the Dark Anchors and initiate the plane melt. Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nairn. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs, and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra. Mannimarco tricked Varen into breaking the Covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nirn was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Molag Bal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nirn from their hosts. Varen was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Leris was captured by Mannimarco and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Molag Bal. Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clibio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Mannimarco and his worm cult. When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Mannimarco got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me. The truth is always a threat to evil men. Mannimarco feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nirn's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Molag Bal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me. Long ago was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of Oblivion. But the Soul Burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Molag Bal the opportunity he desired. Molag Bal's dark anchors pierce the torn veil and seek to draw Nirn into the depths of Cold Harbor. His terrible engines of destruction are appearing all throughout Tamriel. If the Lord of Brutality and Domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plain meld. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity. And so it falls to us, Vistage. We must stop Molag Bal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the harborage? As you say. And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now. And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone. We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met. Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time. Mannimarco's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents wherever they can be found and expose their lies. Forgive me. Bringing you to my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vistage.
different stages. This is why I get jealous.
Yeah, that's right, because you can always postpone the mic.
Now you got the hormones.
I'll take it to go to that convention.
Yeah. Does it have like 40 bucks left?
Come on, stop giving yourself a shield, damn it!
So, cause I just
Stop putting me down, damn it!
Well, stop sucking off of me, damn it!
Wait.
That will never stop, Radical. You know it.
Because then, like, you be like, you just killed me. Oh, coming for them cheeks.
Yeah, this is for PvP. This character is for PvP. He's gonna be for PvE too, because
Come on, Noah.
he's gonna be a bomber.
Yeah, no, also I still have yet to announce,
I already have most of the stuff.
Alright,
Even sword, they're missing some better traits.
It will. You're gonna run out of matches.
But yeah, I saw
Where you been? We're like almost the same level, actually.
Everyone's asked.
Okay. Basically, so
Me? No one does that. Who the fuck asks that? No one knows who I am.
Yeah, trying to hit me with your spam lightning hand ultimate.
I think everyone asked where Shelby's at, and they figured that out real quick.
you need to make a Discord.
God, that's fucking weird.
You need to announce like.
But that's not why I love you. Hey, do you feel?
This one has Nora Supra has.
I feel too.
Just
Where did they go?
Bitch,
Where did they go? Oh, they're on the other side of the damn fucking fountain. Put some clothes on.
Noah,
But
Noah,
that's
we don't
not
have
why
to do
I
this,
love
Noah.
you, and
What would you rather do then?
You just lose, alright? And that's it. You can
That's the
conclude.
reason I
I'm not going
love
down.
you.
I'm not going down.
You'll go down eventually.
No, I'm not even talking to you.
Oh, that was a bad, fucking, oh.
It is good to see you again, and I do see you in my own way. You're a wound in time, a tear in reality that shouldn't exist and cannot long endure. Fate speaks in riddles. Your fate was written in the scrolls long ago. It is entwined with the fate of the Five Companions. I have finally located Lyris Titanborn in Cold Harbor. She works a terrible forge under the lash of the great deceiver, Molag Bal. Her soul is in great danger. You must go to her. I can manifest a gate to that dark realm, but you must go quickly. Tread carefully in Molog Baal's realm. You are important. The scrolls have so named you. After Lyris took my place in the Wailing Prison so that we might escape, the Daedra moved her to the Foundry of Woe. It is a place of torment and despair. She toils endlessly making weapons for the enemy. The God of Schemes invaded my mind many times during my imprisonment. It was a tortuous experience, but by forcing his way into my mind, he inadvertently opened his own thoughts to me, and thus created a chink in his own armor. We are connected, he and I. With concentration, I can see through his eyes. He feels my presence, and it fills him with rage. When you enter the Foundry to recover Lyris, I can keep his attention focused on me. He will be blind to you for a time. It will be a far greater danger for you to enter Cold Harbor without this distraction. It is Molog Baal's realm, and his power there is great. I will endeavor to distract him in this manner whenever you travel there.